Jeff, let's say somebody wanted to get early episodes of the show. Is that possible?
It is so possible.
If people wanted to get bonus episodes of the show, is that possible?
We got those too.
If people wanted to get like extra stuff, like video hangouts with us and other fans of the show, is that possible?
Dude, I'm telling you, all of that and more is possible. All they got to do is support the show.
How do they do that?
Go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns, find out all the information you need, and help us continue to make this show. Like, what would you call a baby version of Baby Driver?
Zygote driver. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Anthony, I got to tell you a grisly tale. A tale that may well turn your stomach. Sensitive listeners may want to turn the dial. I'm sure you've heard a tale.
What dial?
The dial that you dial into your podcast. Yeah, that's how you dial podcasts in, right?
Just podcast dial?
This is We Have This American Left. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, everybody. That's how they do it, right?
Yeah, okay, let's table that because we got to talk about it later.
Okay. This is a story you've probably heard before, some variation on this one. This was a very specific one. In 1997, there was a man, 31-year-old man, not doing so good in his life. He decided to end it all. Walked into his garden shed behind his mother's house where he lived with his German Shepherd. And around 8:15...
And found a treasure chest full of Nazi gold and turned it all around.
No. I appreciate you trying to spin this into a positive thing, but unfortunately at 8:15 p.m., neighbors heard a gunshot in the direction of the shed. He'd killed a Nazi and taken his gold. No, he ended it all. He murdered himself. He committed suicide. And 45 minutes later, the man's mother and neighbors found him with a pistol in his hands and a farewell note on the table. And sadly,
that told them where his Nazi gold was hidden.
There's no Nazi gold in this story, Anthony. I think that may not have been clear at the start.
We've been getting a lot of feedback through the comment forum on the site, and a lot of it is people that just really want more Nazi gold stories.
Yeah, no, the Nazi gold episode was a big hit.
Yeah,
and I appreciate you trying to. It's sweeps week on the dial.
I don't understand. Either you don't understand how podcasts work, or I don't understand how podcasts work. But one of us is way off.
So anyway, found him dead with a farewell note. He committed suicide. But worse than that, his face and neck had been eaten by his German Shepherd. And the camera slowly panned over to the corner of the room, and there was a full bowl of dog food there. Dog ate owner's face instead of dog food. So
is that for real? That last part?
This is real. Absolutely real. There was dog food.
Ate the owner's face instead of the food.
There was a half full bowl of dog food sat on the floor. Dog ate. The German Shepherd was calm and responded to police commands.
Yeah.
And
they probably walked in and like that German Shepherd started wagging its tail normally.
Right.
It was probably just acting normal.
He said on the way to the dog sanctuary, the dog vomited some of his owner's face, including skin and still recognizable beard hair.
Let me ask you something. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You walk into the house and your dog has eaten part of your wife's face. Okay? Your wife is dead, and your dog has eaten part of her face.
You roll up a newspaper.
Do you give the dog away to a dog sanctuary? Do you keep the dog?
This is a question for you, not me. You're more of a dog person than I am. Yeah, I put the fucking dog down, dude.
No, I
put the dog down if it ate my wife's face.
But didn't kill your wife.
I am the only one who gets to eat my wife's face.
When my wife dies, I will eat her heart and face and take her power and beauty.
That is the sacred marital pact that we got into.
No dog can come between that. I think if I walked in and my wife was dead and did not die from my dog attacking, and once again, my dog is a Pomeranian and not a German Shepherd.
Sure.
And my dog had maybe nibbled on her face.
What do? You roll up the newspaper. You have a firm and confident tone in your voice.
You say, no eating people. That's a bad boy.
He'll get it.
Very cross.
He'll get it.
I don't I don't know. Maybe I don't think I could get, I don't know.
You don't think you could get rid of your dog? You wouldn't always be looking sideways at your dog going, how much do you want to eat my face?
I don't think the dog wants to eat face.
Well, this is the question. So this was an article sent to us by Jeff Rose. I think this was on the
Jeff
Facebook.
Rose, you sick motherfucker. I love you.
Well, this is actually, this is no BuzzFeed article. This is National Geographic. National Geographic.
This is no BuzzFeed article. This was in the National Enquirer.
No. National Geographic article that says, would your dog eat you if you died? Get the facts. So we're going to get the facts.
Because we need them.
Please, listen, get the facts.
It's about time we put this to rest. We all worry about it. We talk about it with our friends every day. We hear the speculation.
Yeah.
Will my dog eat my face?
It's constant. Somebody has to get to the bottom of this.
It's not that I worry about it all the time, but it is in the back of my head. In today's society, it is in the back of our head all the time.
No one's talking about it. Everyone's thinking
thinking about it. Will my dog eat me?
Do you think your dog would eat you? If you died alone in your house, would your dog eat your face?
Here's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Gerald's Game is a Stephen King book.
Ooh.
From the mid-'90s when Stephen King went through his spousal abuse book thing.
Yeah. Right.
Dolores Claiborne,
right.
Gerald's Game, all that stuff where Stephen King was real obsessed. Rose Matter.
Yeah.
Where Stephen King was like, I don't know, let's maybe not do haunted lamps anymore. And for like 5 years, let's just get really weird about women.
Yeah.
Not a great time in Stephen King's oeuvre. But Gerald's Game was about a couple that was doing some experimental sexual play.
Mm-hmm.
Husband handcuffs the wife to the bed.
Yeah.
Starts playing rough. Clearly ignores safe word.
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
Things get worse and worse, turn into an abusive place. She kicks him in the crotch so hard, he dies.
Ooh, that's a hard kick.
She is, I forget how it was explained away.
One kick girl.
Yeah.
You've heard of One Punch Man, right?
Yeah.
She's one kick girl.
No.
Because you've heard of One Punch Man, right?
And he punches people once. Yes.
Yeah.
So the whole book is about she's handcuffed to the bed. Gerald is dead.
Mm-hmm.
They have a dog. The dog is getting hungrier and hungrier. Gerald is meat.
Right.
If dog eats Gerald, will dog also eat
she's
wife?
Standing there watching dog eat
Not
Gerald.
Not standing, laying, handcuffed, naked to the bed.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole book is about. And
that just sounds like a delightful read.
It's creepy and it's suspenseful for sure. If I remember correctly, it took the dog a few days to even think about it.
Well, that's the weird thing that this National Geographic article talks about. They said there was a 2015 study that pulled together 63 cases of dogs eating owners, and most of them had nothing to do with hunger. Most of them, it says, were like this, where there was food in the bowl, or happened so fast that the dog didn't have time to get hungry, that the dog it was not a survival instinct.
Sure.
So
wait, so it wasn't even like dog was hungry and chose between human and food. Like human dies, dog goes, oh, human turn into meat. Well, I love meat.
That's the question, is what was the motivation? So I said most of the cases, I misrepresented it. It says only 24% of the cases, which all involved dogs, less than a day had passed before the body was eaten.
Well, let me tell you something.
That's not enough time for the dog to get desperate for food.
No, but my dog, my perfect prince, Dagger, Cannonball, Thunderfang.
Right.
The most perfect.
Did you say Cannibal, Thunderfang?
Cannonball, but I can see how contextually.
Yes, because he's going to eat your face.
Right. My perfect prince has delicate teeth. Pomeranians, later in life, have dental problems. They have issues. My perfect prince needs a special food for his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He doesn't like it. He clearly dislikes his special food.
Yeah.
Because it's very big nuggets, and it's made for him to have to like really chew.
Right.
And the food has like a texture that is such that it kind of like cleans his teeth as he eats.
Right. I already know too much about your dog.
It's nutrition nuggets.
Go ahead.
And he hates them. If I died.
Right.
I think my dog, if I died and this study found, hey, when humans die, Dogs go, oh, human dead, turn meat now. Yeah, I think my dog would eat my face. And I would be like, you know what? Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead and eat my face. If no one has found my dead body, that means nobody is feeding you. And I want you to eat my dead face.
You want him to eat your dead face?
I want him to eat my dead face. I don't necessarily want my wife coming home from like a trip a couple days later, like, oh my God, why haven't I been able to get in touch with my husband? Right. Oh Lord, he's dead, and my perfect prince is eating his face.
Would you prefer she came in and he ate like some of your calf? Or like a little bit of your abdomen?
Face is a hard one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Face is a hard one to see. I think if it was calf or stomach or something like that, yeah.
You're fine if your wife is like, oh my God, Anthony's dead. And then like it takes a second to go, oh wait, is there a bite missing? Because if you walk in and it's face missing, that's the first thing you notice.
That's the first thing you notice.
You're like, holy shit, his face is missing.
Yeah.
And then everything else is just secondary.
There have been multiple studies where they wanted to see, they had a bunch of people. Some of them were wearing jackets and some of them were not wearing jackets. And then one of them didn't have a face.
Yeah.
And they wanted to see what people noticed first, whether some of them weren't wearing jackets or the guy didn't have a face.
Yeah. It was always the face.
And it was 63% of them noticed that the guy's face was missing.
That was the best use of Mel Gibson's Man Without a Face movie that science has ever found.
Here's the thing. That was false advertising. He had a face.
So a hunger hypothesis is kind of thrown out the window. They said 73% of these cases involved bites to the face and just 15% had bites to the abdomen. In contrast to that, canines scavenging outdoors have a well-documented pattern, and they eat the chest and abdomen where the nutrient-rich organs live. They don't eat face. So your domesticated dog goes face. Canines who have to survive to eat don't go face.
Is this some sort of pack thing? Is this a pack thing where so I am the alpha dog in the pack, right? My dog thinks that I'm in charge.
So it wants to eat your face for power?
In packs, in nature, in like wolf packs and stuff, if the alpha wolf dies,
I don't think they eat him.
Do they eat face for power?
I don't think so.
Do they eat? They eat him. If he's around, they eat him.
I don't think that's true.
I think they will mourn and then eat.
Dogs eat their own. They're not cannibal dogs.
If they're dead, maybe.
I don't think so.
And
I think you're spreading vicious rumors about canines.
If it's winter and the wolves are in cave?
They go out of cave and they find things to eat. They eat squirrel. They eat squirrel or rat or whatever. They don't eat their friend.
I don't know, man.
Buddy.
I think if you're an animal and another member of your pack dies and it's hard and food is scarce, you know that animal is made of meat.
You're saying that nature is cannibal? Nature is not cannibal.
Nature doesn't want to be cannibal.
It isn't.
But can be.
I mean, it can be, but it tends to not. Species don't eat themselves.
I'm just asking if eating the face is a power play, Jeff. It's a hypothesis.
Okay, so here's another hypothesis. So they say hunger, not a thing. What if it's breeds of dogs? They said the preponderance of these cases involved German Shepherds. So what if German Shepherds just love human face? Like they've just been bred to love human face.
Guanciale.
Well,
they like that. They like that jowl meat.
In fact, dude, it said in 3 separate cases, dead owners were eaten to the point of decapitation.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
That's dope.
And it's all German Shepherds that did that. But they countered that argument by saying German Shepherds can. Pomeranian, Chihuahua, maybe they would eat your entire head if they could. They just can't. Like it's just opportunity.
Sometimes he can't even get his little jaw around his nutrition nugs.
Right. So how's he supposed to fit that with your giant cabeza?
That's why he doesn't like it, because he has to open his mouth so wide and bite down so hard. Right. You can see it in his eyes.
He wants to eat your head. He can't.
I wish he could.
He can't.
I wish he could.
It's not in his power.
I wish he had the powerful jaws he wanted to have. I want everything my perfect prince wants for himself.
Sick man.
If I died, dude. Look, let me tell you something. Let's say you and I are caught in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Let's say this is an Andes Mountain soccer team situation.
Yeah.
If I die first, fucking eat me, dude.
I will. A. B. I'm not starting with your face.
No, don't start with my face.
We're going to do what the Andes Mountain soccer team did.
I am the more powerful host. So if you do eat my face, it might be stealing my power.
I would be awesome. Right after I eat you, I start a new podcast.
Twice the strength of this podcast.
Yes. I will have less concerns.
Jeff has 8 podcasts over the next year, and they just keep getting better and better, but his co-hosts just keep disappearing.
I just subsume them. Yes,
until
and grow
finally,
larger.
One day he eats Ira Glass.
And then I will have the most downloaded podcast of all.
Let me tell you something. That's the goal, am I right?
Yeah, for all of us to finally
just eat Ira Glass. Isn't that the goal? Isn't that the dream?
It really is.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if I can't have it, buddy, I want you to have it.
Thank you. No, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
One of us someday should be able to eat Ira Glass.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're good enough.
Yeah. No, we're certainly hungry enough.
Are there bigger podcasts? Sure.
You gotta have hunger for it.
Yeah.
You gotta want it.
But I think, we're informational.
Yeah.
We're likable to an extent.
American.
We're American. We should get to eat Ira Glass.
We should get to eat Ira Glass. If there's one takeaway from this. So
I'll tell you what, if I was trapped in a place and my dog died,
would you eat your dog?
I don't think I'd ever eat my dog.
Certainly wouldn't eat its face.
I think I'd probably starve. Oh, I'd start with his face.
You would?
I just want to eat up his little face.
His little face
his
so
adorable little face.
You might eat his face.
He's going to keep me alive.
You might just eat his face by
I'm going to freeze to death, but I'm not going to freeze to death hungry, am I?
Who's giving me sustenance?
You do.
Who's giving me
Who's a source of nutrition?
So here's the last hypothesis.
I'd probably go nuts and talk to my dead dog for weeks before I ate my dog. You know what I mean?
It would be a what was that
Talking
movie?
to a tetherball situation.
Talking to a tetherball, but I was going to go, what's the movie that just came out with Harry Potter? Where he's the dead guy.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Oh,
so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
What the heck was it called?
God, I totally... Oh, like Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man. I want to say Soldier Boy. Yeah, Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, like a Swiss Army Man
it's like
situation.
that, but with a dog.
Yeah.
Adorable. So here's the third hypothesis. So we've ruled out hunger. We've ruled out breed. What if it's just a bad dog? What if it's just you have
bad boy?
And he's been waiting.
Not good boy?
You've been kind of abusive maybe, and he's like all these cases the dog is just like, finally I get to fuck this motherfucker up. That is not a good dog. Not a good dog. Well, they say one possible explanation.
I think that's probably fair. I think that's probably if you don't have a loving relationship with your dog, if it's a straight up master animal relationship, and it's like, I don't know, if there's not a huge amount of love there, and if it's just obedience there,
right? Sure,
maybe
waiting,
that's it.
Waiting for an opportunity.
I don't know if it's so much waiting for an opportunity as it is like, hey,
fuck you.
I don't feel very strongly about this guy one way or the other.
Right.
But I know that I don't like that food and I do like meat.
Well,
that guy is definitely made of meat. I have figured that out.
This article actually refutes that claim as well, because they said on most of these reports, they noted that the owners had very good relationship with their dogs, according to friends and neighbors. So they say one possible explanation is that the dog actually starts out trying to help you.
Oh,
licking your face and nudging your face. Come back.
But also you're delicious.
And then they get so frantic about it because you're not coming back to life.
That they start nipping you a little bit.
Yes, and then they get the taste for human flesh.
Oh, that's the most sad but amazing story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Isn't it?
I could picture my little perfect prince coming over. Just look at my face, just like, oh, buddy.
Come back to life, Anthony's saying. Come back to life.
Come back to, oh, wait.
What? What is that?
Oh, this is definitely better than nutrition nugs.
Well. Maybe you have come back to life.
I love you, and this is the best use of you.
Yeah.
If I can give my dog one beautiful last meal, I think I'm okay with it.
Oh, it's so wrong.
He doesn't get to eat meat very often.
You just give him more meat, dude. You can get some at the store.
No, he's got a delicate tummy, and so I don't like to feed it to him.
Don't you think? What if he gets sick from your face?
I mean, he will.
I do.
That's why we do podcasts and not videos. No, if I can give my dog a decadent meat dinner on the way out, it's almost like being an organ donor.
Yeah, that's true.
You're doing a service.
One last good meal.
One last good time with my buddy.
Well,
just a couple more delicious treats.
This
before
article does not
go into the great dogless beyond.
It really just says, how do we prevent it? The only conclusion that they've come to is
don't fucking die in a room with your dog.
Make sure your friends check on you frequently.
Yeah, it's less about whether your dog is going to eat you because it's an animal and shut up, and more about like, hey, are you in a situation where you're going to die and no one's going to know for a couple days?
That's probably bad.
Are you asking the question, will my dog eat me when I die? Because you haven't seen a human being in a few days.
Are you reading this and thinking about yourself? That's already a warning sign.
Are you a lonely person reading this article? Because like literally the only end you can see for yourself is you die and no one finds you and your dog eats you. There are other problems.
Right.
There are other problems. Deal with those first.
Sadly, the target audience for National Geographic is exactly that person.
There's a huge Venn diagram of people who love National Geographic and people who are going to get their faces eaten by dogs.
It's just knowing your audience.
And I'm saying correlation is not causation. But yo, that's a bunch of fucking dog face food reading that magazine.
Oh, man. I want to know... Are you listening to this and do you have a dog? And are you like Anthony? Do you want to give your dog one less glorious gift?
I don't care if my dog eats my face.
Really?
Do you think your dog would eat your face? And do you care if your dog would eat your face? Let us know on Twitter. I am at @acarboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And you can hashtag those face food. And listen, you can also discuss this episode with other concerned individuals. If you're feeling lonely and you're wondering if your dog's going to eat you,
make a friend.
Make a friend in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/we have concerns, or in the subreddit, we have concerns.reddit.com. Also, y'all, it's summer.
Yeah, summer. Sun's out, guns out.
Sun's out, guns out. We got some tank tops for you. We got some t-shirts for you.
We sure do. Guns can be out in a variety of ways. Looking sharp.
There are a number of gun deploying garments.
Yeah.
In our store for you.
One thing we want to do is let you have ways to deploy your guns.
I don't see any way that could be misconstrued. Head to our store. We have concerns.com/shop and do it.
Get your
do
guns
the things.
Out.